The road noise was too much, so I'm talking about this drive after the fact. Here we are heading north after leaving Valdez, Alaska, and spending the night there. Jody and I both agree that Valdez offers some of the neatest things that we saw on our trip, such as bears, seals, sea otters, thousands of salmon, about 500,000 seagulls, and tubs of fish that were caught by local fishermen. It wasn't until later that I realized that I didn't take any videos of the town itself, which is pretty odd for me. Anyhow, this is Keystone Canyon, and Keystone Canyon might be the prettiest drive that we've ever taken. I keep saying that every time we go somewhere, but in this case, I don't think I'm lying. Those waterfalls are Horsetail Falls on the left and Bridalveil Falls on the right. There were other waterfalls, but I'm not sure what their names were. As we approached the end of the canyon, there was a pullout where there once was a tunnel going through the mountain. Later, they moved the road to go around this part. One fun fact is that back in the gold rush days, a lot of folks would travel by boat to Valdez, Alaska, and then make their way up this canyon to places like Dawson City in the Yukon and other gold rush towns. So it says across the river just above the water are the remains of the original road. Across the bridge just above the water, I'll walk over there, barely wide enough for 2 horse abreast. The first automobile negotiated the rough track to Fairbanks in 1913. They must have shipped cars to Valdez and drove north. 200 feet above the river can be seen the Pack Trail of 1898. It was the first all-American land route to the interior of Alaska and used until 1907 when the trail was widened for wagons. The highway was paved in the 50s using the tunnel upstream until the 70s when the road was improved. So beyond my truck, as you're driving straight, there's a tunnel. It looked like a tube, basically. It was rounded. I got going past it not too fast, but they don't mark these things too well in advance here in Alaska and Canada. There'll be a sign like when you get right up to it. So with that camper, if I'm driving 55 or 60, it's hard to do a sudden break and whip off to the side of the road. I've done it, but it's not recommended because that weight pushing, just extra weight. So did you find the road? No. Jody did not find the road. Maybe over there. Nobody's here to contradict us, so we'll say over there along the edge. I don't know. Maybe it's on the other side. Jody's cold, so we're gonna walk back. So we saw that tunnel go in, but I don't know where it came out. I thought this would be the other side of it, but I don't see where it comes out. So that's pretty odd. Part of me wants to turn around and go back there and like walk through that tunnel, but it's not very well traveled. I don't want to be ate by a bear. So there you have it. Alright, that's all. I don't know what that skippity hop was that Jody just did, but I don't know. But okay, that's it. Where in the world is Dana and Jody? So we are in Alaska. That's a Alaskan mountain. Lots of snow up on those mountains. It's September something. I don't know what day it is anymore. It is a Wednesday, and it's like the first week of September 2021. So we are on a side road. Just came up this highway. It's average, adequate, bad in some sections. We're going to Rangel St Elias National Park. So there's 8 national parks in Alaska. I thought we'd get the Denali for one, but we ended up going to Kenai Fjords National Park. There's only one part we can drive to, and we drove to it. So this road goes for almost 100 miles, but we're only going to go down like about another 10. There's a little town, and I think that's within the border. So I like to get within the park's border. And actually, this is the largest national park in the United States. It's bigger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and I think they said Arches combined. So it's just a huge, massive chunk of land. Oh, no, it's the size of Yosemite, Yellowstone, and the country of Switzerland combined. That's what it was. It's huge. This national park is huge. So there's little communities within the national parks. I don't know how that works. Maybe the national park encompasses those or goes around them. I don't know. I might find out by the end of the day, though. So we are going up here, going to kill a couple hours and head back. We need to be in Glennallen, Alaska, about 2:30, so we can get COVID tested. And then we're gonna. That's about 4 hours from the border, and then we're gonna head for the border. Should be getting there about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Go across there, and then drive another hour. There's a provincial, or actually a territorial park, which is like a state park in the Yukon, and we'll spend the night there. So the evenings have been getting a little chillier, down in the 40s. We ran our furnace. We sat on like 50 degrees last night. It kicked in 4 or 5 times during the night. That's warm enough. Sleep under lots of covers. Really, as long as it doesn't go down below freezing, because we have that little water tank on there, we do just fine. All right. That's all you need to know about today's activities so far. So there goes an old couple down this road. I would say they're that old. Or what would you think?
70.
60s, 70s. They don't know any better. They live in Juneau, but the guy was born in Iowa City and lived in Evanston. He's in a Cub fans, and their daughter lives in this little town of Chitina, which is 100 people. And we are every day we go somewhere, and we're farther in the middle of nowhere than what we were. So this is Rangel St Elias National Park. So is the boundary 21 miles?
Yes, yeah.
So we're not going to go down this road because we've heard that traveling beyond this point is not recommended. You can expect extreme cold, heavy snow, survival gear. Tell someone where you are. Nobody knows where we are, except those people that probably will end up dead down there.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. But they were excited to go down the road. The guy, he was like ready to go. He was ready to leave his wife here. So these rivers here are like these big, huge beds of rock. There's the camper. So if you look at Chitina up on the map, that's where we're at. I think I could probably say that I don't know anybody that has ever been to Chitina, Alaska. Would you take a bet on that, Jody? And if you were here, why? There might be one Facebook friend or 2 Facebook friends who've been to every national park that I know may have been this way, but you can enter this national park a couple different ways. So there might be 1 or 2 people. So I don't know. We'll find out. We're still in Chitina, Alaska. So it looks like it says Chitina, but it's pronounced Chitina. All you gotta do is go somewhere and mispronounce things, and the locals will correct you in a hurry. So anywho, the native Alaskans live in this area. I can't really pronounce that, but this is them. It appears that a lot of the land around here is owned by them. So the signs up, we went up that way through it's not a tunnel, but it's a carved hole through the rock, 1 car length wide. Everything beyond that looks like it's owned by this Native Alaskan group. You can't go down off you gotta stay on the road as the road cuts through it. And then the national park is just on the other side. So this is the Rangel St Elias National Park. Oh, it tells us who owns the different lands inside here. So these are the different native tribes that own some of the land. So we are here. Where are we at here? So that's where we came from. This is Glennallen. So this is where the junction is. To go up this way, actually go up this way back to Tok, and then we were down here in Valdez. We came across here to Chitina. We just met an older couple that were, this is like pretty rugged, remote. It's like 70 miles. We just met a couple getting ready to go to McCarthy. I didn't know it was really a town. So we're at this wayside park, which is cool. There's a little store over there. It says National Park information here, which maybe it's that poster I'm looking at right here. Neat little lake, just in the middle of nowhere. And this is cool. This is what I like to do. Check out places. Alright. This national park is the size of Yellowstone, Yosemite, and the country of Switzerland combined. So we're not going to hike across it.
Apparently that Mount Rango was a volcano. It has a plume, an active crater, 1902.
So that's a volcano, a mountain from a volcano.
That one is potentially very explosive because it's got the cone shape on it instead of the flatter mound.
Oh, so they're both volcano peaks. So I think is that the one that's 18,000 feet, or how high is that one?
A Mount Drum is that one.
Mount Drum, 12,000 feet.
No, I thought it was 18,000. Oh, it says 12,000. I don't know. Which one was 18,000? Oh, the one that you can't see from here that's way over on the other side of the park.
So this one's 12,000. I don't know about that one. And I think the one way over there is 14,000. And there's another one that's 18,000 feet tall, but you can't see it because it's so far away. Like I said, this area is bigger than the country of Switzerland, Yosemite, and Yellowstone all combined. So apparently it was flaring up around 1902 and puffing up smoke. So that'd be kind of cool if it was like lava was
smoke because it had lava.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool if it was like pouring lava and then melt all that snow. I imagine that's a permanent field of ice and snow up there. So alright, we're 5 minutes from the health clinic where we got to get our COVID test so we can get back into Canada, and the plan is to get back into Canada for evening. Harsh highway. We are back on the Alaskan Highway. This time we are heading south. It says hiring. Temperatures range from 80 degrees above zero to 70 minus below. Sounds like the steel mill. Perseverance. So I know there was a regiment of African American soldiers that worked on parts of the highway. I think 15,000 people worked on the Alaskan Highway. Here it says 10,000. 133 bridges down the road. I'm sure it said, I'm positive it said 15,000. So this is the Chitina River. So evidently, you look straight across. As soon as you pulled off here, I told Joy, I bet this was the old bridge. And now she's confirming, yes, this is where the old bridge was. It looks like it was like a big honking bridge that went. Oh, so it probably looked a lot like that one right there. Looks like they left the whatever there. United States Steel Export Company, USA, 1943. So they built this bridge shortly after they shortly after the...
43.
So the highway was built about 1942. So I wonder if they had like a temporary bridge across here for a while. Something floating down there. I saw something interesting about 50 miles back. I'm driving down the road, going down a hill, and I look ahead, and there's this big tree branch laying in the road. I go, whoa, I better slow down. There's a tree branch. I thought it fell off the back of a truck or something. And as I'm driving, it looks like a big clump of dirt in front of it, but then I see it. I see the tree branch moving. What the?
Get my camera fast.
And Jody was reading her book, so she didn't have time to get her camera out. Here was this beaver dragging this tree branch across the road.
It was so cool.
He'd shoot it off and trying to get it over to a pond. Going down that hill, 60 miles an hour with the camper in the back, it's a little hard to make sudden, jerky.
We didn't run over him though.
No, we didn't hit the beaver. So they made it, originally made it out of wood, 1842 it looks like. And then they switched. So we're outside of Tok.
Steel.
Originally made out of wood, didn't they?
The original sections of the original bridge were recycled. The steel.
Huh. So anywho, amazing how they built this highway back in the day. I mean, you drive it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is the longest thing ever. And then you realize, wow, somebody's in trouble for doing that. Oh, yeah, we see that bump there? We went over it. So, oh, that was during an earthquake. Oh, I think I remember that. I've seen pictures of that. So I hope that don't happen anytime soon, because they need me back at work, I think. Although I think they're getting along without me. There's Miss Dangerously. Got a nice pretty sunset. So heading back up to this little rest area. But it looks like the new road was probably higher than the old road. So look at her go. She's trying to get her cardio up. Alright, that's it.